I met a guy, or met a lady, excuse me, recently. Lady worked in the custodial department, and she was looking at her shoes, and I thought, well, what's the big deal? She got a new pair of shoes or something, and I said, what's the matter? She said, I have two different shoes on. And I looked at them. I really couldn't tell, but as I looked closer, yeah, they were two different pair of shoes. And I thought, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, you're a beautiful person, and nobody's going to be walking around today looking at your shoes. If they do, they're going to trip over something. You don't need to go through the day worrying about having two different shoes. They're not really significant. Most folks aren't even going to notice, and if they do, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. But it bothered her. She was just bothered by the fact that she had two different shoes on. I'm not minimizing that. I mean, I understand her. I mean, I've been bothered by things. I can remember at our middle son's high school graduation, I thought I had a charcoal gray suit on. Well, I did have a charcoal gray coat on, but not the pants. And that Saturday morning, as we sat down in that football stadium, and the sunlight shining on them, I happened to look down at my pants, and they're black. Now, nobody out there really noticed it. Charcoal gray and black are similar in color, but it bothered me. I mean, here I am at my son's high school graduation. This is a major moment. And I've got on the wrong pair of pants with a suit. Well, my daddy was still living then, and I can still remember. He said, Greg, nobody out here is going to know to that but you. He's right. He was right. We can all at times get worrying about things that really aren't significant. You've heard the old expression, there's bigger fish to fry. I'm not suggesting that having two different shoes on is not a big deal. Okay, I get it. You'd rather have everything match. But if you really boil things down, it's not huge. I mean, there's a lot of other things more worthy of our attention. So today, what are you worrying about that's really not a big deal? All of us do. And there may be something in your life, something that's happened or something you're thinking about. It's really not a big deal. It's not a big deal. As we used to say in those days, there's bigger fish to fry. So don't spend the day dwelling on that, but instead focus on the fact that you got shoes on. Jesus loves you. Your shoes may not match. It's okay. You got food in your stomach. You got some shoes on your feet. It's okay. And Jesus loves you and will forgive us of anything that we're dealing with. I can remember as I'm closing this out. Years ago, I was substitute teaching. And I was looking around the room at the kids and their shoes. And there was one kid that had two different kind of shoes on. And at first I thought, my stars, what are you doing with two kind of shoes? But then it hit me. They may not could afford the same kind of shoes. So let's don't judge others, and let's not be so wrapped up in that kind of thing. Instead, be thankful we have something to put on our feet. Jesus loves you, friend. Encourage someone today.